Suppy sup, kiddos. So, as promised, I'm doing another video. And yes, my hair does look a little bit different. Thank you. But that's beside the point. Welcome to No Nut Nofinber. So, as previously stated in the other video, Cymbalta did not help. This was an experience for me. Let me first start off with some background because in order to understand completely the situation that I am currently in, you need a little bit of background. So, I have psychotic depression. Simply put, I am depressed out of my fucking mind. I take a series of medications to kind of combat the issues that arise from psychotic depression. Some of them you might know, some of them you might not know. But one thing that I run into kind of a lot is during menstruation. I will have a time, maybe 2-3 days. It'll be the first day of the period and like 2 days before, where I am just straight up ready to fucking die. For me, there's different striations, there's different levels of suicidal ideation and suicidal behavior. I'm pretty much at what I like to call passive suicidal ideation. So let me explain that, because that doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, it does make sense if I explain it to you, but it doesn't make sense right now. It has no context. But on the regular, if given the chance, I would not like to exist. Pretty much. Like, that's my baseline, is I don't want to exist. And to me, that seems very different from wanting to die. Because wanting to blink out of existence doesn't really take all that much energy, while wanting to dying is painful. Dying is fucking uncomfortable. Blinking out of existence, on the other hand, sounds pretty fucking lit, if you ask me. I like to call it passive suicidal ideation. And so within like suicidal behaviors and suicidal ideation, you have passive and active. An active suicidal behavior would be to take a whole bunch of pills, to slit your wrist, that kind of shit. For passive suicidal behaviors, you might cross the street real slow so someone might hit you. For ideation, passive suicidal ideation is just generally thinking about death, being consumed by death, wanting to be dead, that kind of shit. But active suicidal ideation is more like making a plan, like making the gears turn towards having some behaviors maybe manifest. And so I want to make distinctions between how I'm feeling and how we define these kind of, experiences. And for me, it's mostly I'm just chilling, wanting not to exist. But when I hit my period, I go to some passive suicidal ideation and some active suicidal ideation. And then some things I have some behaviors, I have some not so good behaviors. So it's not good. It's not fucking good. It's not a good way to be. It's not a good way to like live, to be honest. And having medication to treat it is helpful. So fast forward to maybe a couple weeks ago, I start Cymbalta and I'm seeing some changes. I'm definitely seeing some changes. And I'm a person who likes to track their wellness. I like having data associated with how I'm feeling, not just subjective things like, my mood, or like writing essays about the experience that I'm having, but also statistical data, like literally writing down like my weight. That's a big thing for me. The numbers. It's literally a Google Doc in my phone called The Numbers. Also, writing down the dosages of things that I'm taking, and then also like how they affect me along with the side effects. And that's a big thing to me, is like tracking side effects and tracking effects of things to make sure that I am doing things that are conducive to healing rather than things that might fuck me up. And Cymbalta fucked me up. So as a mentally ill person, I have taken several types of antidepressants and antipsychotics and mood stabilizers and anything you could really think of when it comes to treating depression, because it is the way it is. I started taking Latuda maybe a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago. It was working really well to keep me grounded, keep me in the present, but it doesn't work so well with mood. It's more of a, psychotic thing where like it's treating psychosis rather than treating depression or mood at all. It's allowed me to reflect upon my life and feel like I am here, which is good. That's nice. I mean, it sucks here, but where else am I going to be, right? So my psychiatrist puts me on Cymbalta maybe 2 weeks ago. And I notice right off the bat, because I start my period not too soon after I start taking it, that I don't get depressed. I don't get suicidal before my period starts. That's surprising. That's kind of amazing. But guess the fuck what, though? Guess the fuck what? You know what? Let me put my hosted pillow down, because these fat cheeks don't deserve to be privy to this horror that I have brought upon myself. So as I was saying, the Latuda does help to keep me grounded, but it does also affect my sex drive, which isn't terrible for me because I'm not really all that interested in sex at all. I am asexual, and while that means that I'm not really sexually interested in people, I still have the need to maintain my sexual health, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of things that people like to do with other people. Go to amusement parks, go on walks, go to restaurants, watch movies. Well, all those things I like to do by myself, including sex. I like to do sex by my fucking self. It's not really personal to any other people. Well, maybe a little bit, but like, who knows me better than me? So the Latuda has affected my sex drive a bit, which isn't terrible. But Cymbalta, on the other hand, while it has helped to kind of keep me even and keep my mood at a place where like I can evaluate the world in a way that is not super jaded and super negative 24/7, while it's done that very well, it has had some other effects on my sexual health that have not been as good. Bitch, like, let's just have a moment of silence for my inability to orgasm. It's a little different than the lack of libido. It's a little different than the lack of sex drive, because I still have a sex drive. I still experience arousal. And when I go to, strum the old banjo, the shit's not working. And I'll be sitting here like flipping this fucking bean for like 2 hours and nothing's happening. On the other hand, other instances, I will be so overly sensitive it starts to hurt within like 2 minutes. And so that's also, it's not conducive to having an enjoyable sexual experience with oneself. That has been my life as of late. And I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. I stopped taking the Cymbalta. I stopped taking it. And I really don't want to have to like put myself through like masturbational rehab. Like, I don't want to have to relearn how to fucking masturbate, but that might be the case. It's just a lot to deal with. There's other effects to the Cymbalta. I mentioned the masturbation thing because I know that's kind of ooh, but I actually have nightmares every fucking night without fail, and I'm a lucid dreamer. I'm a person that knows that they're dreaming. When I dream, I am able to change to a pretty reliable degree. I'm able to change my dreams, and if I get into a nightmare that my mind is just fucking lost itself and it's just, completely into this nightmare, I can wake myself up. I'm very good at that. But with the Cymbalta, I'm not able to wake myself up, and the nightmares just keep running and running and running, and they're not the same as the nightmares that I would normally have, because my nightmares are typically more conceptual, like standing in the ocean and seeing like, I can't see anything here. And that's the whole dream. Like, it's the concept of fear rather than like a situation that would cause fear. I'm really not used to having super vivid nightmares of like everyone that I know dying and being chased down by somebody and slaughtered. Like, I'm not used to that. Also, my dreams are usually third person omniscient, but they've only been in the first person. All the nightmares are in the first person. That shit is scary as fuck. I now understand why nightmares are so fucking scary to people, or at least normal people, because I'm used to being able to just hop on out and, be someone else's consciousness. So, wow, that was a wild ride. And yeah, I just thought I would share with y'all my struggle, because it's definitely been a struggle. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm out in these streets struggling to be okay. And the things that are making me okay are making me not okay. And that's not okay. I need Hosek. I need Hosek. And I got him like some shorts specifically for him, for that fat ass. I got the shorts for him. This is like one of my favorite things in life. I just love ass, y'all. Hopefully, I'm able to edit this video in time before November is over. Because I wanted to like release it during No Nut November because that makes sense. But you know, if this comes out December 1st, you know what to fucking do. Just pretend. Pretend like I have my shit together. Pretend like I know what I'm doing. Pretend like I have any semblance of just like ability to get anything done that I want to get done. Because I feel like I don't. But maybe if we pretend like I do, it'll just happen eventually. Right? Bruh. This has been just an absolute struggle. Blue balls and green walls.